Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back, and guess what else? Football is back, as I'm sure you all know. If you're watching this, I need to turn that down. You know football's back. But more importantly, my mic... You just... Yeah, the mic definitely did not immediately cut out after saying my mic is back. But I know you guys don't know, but I've been through like 17 different mics. There are 4 mics sitting right in front of me. Trying to get one to work. I like this one. It's back. Y'all don't care. Anyways, college football's back. Y'all do care about college football. Except for it sucks. And if I want to use the word I really feel about it, my parents and grandparents would not be really happy with me. Yeah, no, it's not good. The Mountain West Conference sucks, specifically these 3 teams. They're playing 2 teams that are also no one has watched a game of, unless, well, maybe someone's watched a Montana State game. SMU's going to be really good. It should be really good. But the headline game, Florida State, Georgia Tech, is a great game. I'll briefly, this is a predictions video, in case I didn't say that in the title. We're going to start off with Delaware State and Hawaii. Delaware State sucks. All right, they went 1-10 last year. They missed their flight, as I'm sure you heard, to Hawaii. Hawaii returns their starting quarterback, 3 of their top 4 returning receivers, and 3 of their top 4 tacklers. They also returned their starting running back, but he didn't do much of nothing last year. So, yeah, Hawaii's going to win. Hawaii is going to win by a lot, and not a single person will watch this game because it's on at midnight in the East Coast. So, I don't blame you. The next game, Montana State and UNM, the afternoon game. No one's going to watch this game either. First of all, it's on FS1. No one wants to watch on FS1. I'll be at the game, hopefully. UNM fan here. But yeah, Montana State is favored. I don't... An FCS school going on the road, and they're favored. I understand we suck. I know we're not that good. But we should not be 10-point underdogs to Montana State. We shouldn't be. Under no world should we realistically be 10-point underdogs. So Bronco Mendenhall has a lot to do. His first game back in college football since he left Virginia with his little mediocre stint there. But he's back in the Mountain West Conference. Was originally here with BYU before they moved around and all that whatnot. Never had a losing season in the Mountain West, though. Bronco Mendenhall did. So I do have confidence that he will rebuild this team. This will probably be his first losing season, especially if we are supposed to lose to Montana State by 10 points. But sorry about that. Brain fart. I do think I'm going to predict the Lobos. There will never be a week where I don't predict the Lobos. Actually, that's not true. We're not beating Arizona or Auburn. I'm picking the Lobos, and we're gonna do it with gusto. I really need to think about what I'm gonna say before I say it. That would help so much. Anyways, that's gonna be said a lot. Moving on. SMU and Nevada. This is the primetime game. I think outside of, the actual good game. This is the typical primetime slot. That's 6 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, 8 o'clock in the East Coast. This is the one you turn on if you want to fall asleep, because SMU is just going to blow the doors off of Nevada. Nevada went short circuit. Nevada went 2-10 last year, whereas SMU finished 11-3 and American Athletic Conference champions without their starting quarterback. So their starting quarterback is back, and he will probably be the biggest storyline because, he kind of hurt his leg a little bit, just a little bit. And so we'll see. He has NFL talent. His accuracy and decision making is a little, but hey, Jameis Winston made it in the NFL, so. Sorry. I love Jameis Winston is an incredible and national treasure. He just couldn't see for a couple years. Florida State. Speaking of Jameis Winston, Florida State. SMU's winning that game officially. Florida State and Georgia Tech. This is the best game of the week and a beautiful way to start off the year. It would have just been better if there was, another good game to follow it up, but there's not. Back to the game. Florida State has lost a lot of talent. 10 of their players to the NFL draft, including Jordan Travis, Keon Coleman. I need to write stuff down. Holy cow! They're running Trey Benson. That's his name. Jared Verse, the dude who did amazing in that one drill at the NFL Combine, got him a first round grade, and a couple others. Yeah, this is the high level analysis you get over at WeakMoves. I promise it will get better. I'm just not very bright at the moment. So, wake up. DJ Uiagalelei is back in the ACC. Very solid, pretty good quarterback. He's at Oregon State last year. He was kind of just good. He didn't force anything. His passing game took a slight step forward, I would say, from his years at Clemson. I believe it'll take, I don't know if it will take another step forward, but against tougher competition or another season of good competition, will look impressive. His rushing ability, though, in the combination with Roydell Williams, is the really exciting part of this Florida State offense. Those two, Uiagalelei is one of the best rushing quarterbacks in college, and Roydell Williams has the potential to be one of the best rushers in college football. So I don't think the offense will take too much of a step back. Granted, that's over the course of the year. I don't think they'll take too much of a step back. For this specific game, it might be a minute. Uiagalelei might have a turnover early on in the game, or someone will. Speaking of turnovers, Georgia Tech's quarterbacks Haynes King had 16 interceptions, 3 fumbles, only one was lost. So 17 turnovers. And in most of their losses last year, Georgia Tech, they lost the turnover battle as well. So turnovers are an issue with Georgia Tech, and if Florida State can force a turnover, or even 2, they should be not smooth sailing, but that bodes very well. But with Georgia Tech, they also have their own dynamic duo of Jamal Haynes and Haynes King, a.k.a. Jamal Haynes King. I'm sure there's a way to fit Coach Brent King into that, but I am not smart enough to do that. So, yeah, somewhere I'm sure has done it. But that is a lot of the same names for 3 different people. They combined for over 1,700 rushing yards last year, just south of 18. And they're good. They're incredible. You return both of them. Jamal Haynes, I think, should be the focal point of the offense. If I had to guess, I don't have too much confidence in Haynes King protecting the ball a bit more. I mean, it can't get too much worse, but I don't think he'll take significant steps forward. If he does, though, this Georgia Tech offense will be dangerous with the rushing ability. And if Haynes King can develop as a passer, this should be a dangerous offense. Defensively, they're not that good. It's just they'll show up at times, and they'll disappear at times. All they need, though, is to show up in Ireland for, how long is it? 60 minutes? 60 minutes. Again, top tier NFL, not even NFL, college football analysis over here. I know how long the games are. I think Brent King just needs to get them to show up, because he does that against top 25 opponents. He is 4-3. Against ACC top 25 opponents, he's 4-0. Your record does get skewed when you have to play Georgia a little bit. So 2 of his losses came to Georgia, and one of them to Ole Miss, his first year. And he gets his team to show up, though. I was like you can say that Brent King gets his team to show up for the important games, just a little less so in the not important games. But this is an important game. Mike Norvell also gets his team ready to go on opening weeks. He is 6-2, with his only losses coming to Georgia Tech in one of them and Notre Dame in the other. But he did have that unbelievable, incredible We thought game against gosh, I keep short game against LSU last year against Jaden Daniels and that high-powered LSU offense, he pulled away with a win. So both teams, I think, and that's why I'm so excited, is I think both teams should show up to play. And if you get pretty much the best of each team, this should be a great game. And I really do want to pick Georgia Tech. I will be cheering for Georgia Tech personally. I think it would be more fun if we started off the year chaotic. But I do think Florida State narrowly escapes. They get an extra turnover or something, or something special teams related, and they pull out the win in Dublin against Georgia Tech. So those are my predictions for week 0. I promise, if you trust the process, these videos will get more entertaining. I have some people to bring on for these lined up. Starting with next week, we should hopefully get some more entertainment. A little bit more chaotic, if you can believe that. But if you did enjoy and want to stick around for some of these other videos, please subscribe, like the video. I'll see y'all later. Love you. Adios.